Welcome back to Some Kind of Fun, episode 10. No one thought we'd make it that long, but look at us now. We're here with Bill Batson, legendary Twin Cities musician, rocker, frontman, wrestling aficionado.
That's right.
Is there more I can add to that, Bill?
That's pretty good.
Is that pretty good? All right. Welcome.
It's good to be here, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you'll know pretty soon. So I first saw you at the Longhorn.
Really?
In Hypstrz.
You're not that old.
I'm 67. So, yes, I'm that old. But that was the Hypstrz your second band?
Yeah,
King
Kustom
Kustom
The
came
Cruisers.
So kind of talk about how that started and...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I started greasing my hair back between 8th and 9th grade.
Okay.
Because I love 50s. I was listening to Carl Perkins and Bill Haley and Comets.
Uh-huh.
I was a greaser at Northeast Junior High School.
Nice.
The only greaser. And at Edison, the only greaser. A guy walked up to me in the fall of my 9th grade and said, "Hey, I see you got greased your hair. Can you sing?" I said, "Yeah, I can sing. I've been singing in a choir all my life. Since 2nd grade, Yeah, I can sing." That was Randy Weiss. He was in 8th grade. And he said, "Well, come and play with my band." And I went and rehearsed with him. And we did about 10 songs. I did Shake, Rattle, and Roll Over Beethoven and Johnny Be Good. And learned as 20 Flight Rock.
Okay.
I mean, that's deep cuts back then. Now it's like, nothing. But that was cool as heck. And I came home and told my mom, everything, all the songs we did and how much fun it was. And then so I just kept going back. But that was 9th grade.
Okay. All right.
Which I also got banned from going to the lunchroom. Because I started food fights. I didn't start them, but people threw food at me because I'm a greaser.
Okay.
Half my friends were throwing food at them, so it's back and forth, right? So that was the first day at school. I got sent to the vice principal, Mr. Sonnenberg, a real son of a bitch, and he said, "Well, Bill, we can't have you walking through the lunchroom, so just take your lunches in the library." Where I was just reading.
Sure.
They had a copy of Hell's Angels by Hunter S. Thompson, which I still have.
Nice.
And a couple of...
The fine must be tremendous at this point.
So I was like, living the dream already.
Sure.
I was a greaser.
Yeah.
And we started playing at... Randy got us some of our first gigs. He had a uncle in the parks department.
Okay.
So we started playing park boards for $50 or $75 a night. Or,
nice.
3 sets, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the first one we did, we had 16 songs.
Okay.
So Ernie joined, and then that was like a year later, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe about. And we would, that summer between 9th and 10th grade, we would go to Joe's house and Dupay and his parents' house and rehearse in the basement, or Paquin's house, Mark Paquin, the drummer, and rehearse in his basement. But we would do it 6 or 8 hours, 5 or 6 days a week.
Wow.
And when Ernie joined, he did that too. But then he'd go home and do another 3 until he's bleeding.
Yeah.
That's why Ernie's so goddamn good.
Yeah, he is. He is. So then you transitioned into the Hypstrz.
Yeah.
You basically did standards faster than anyone else could do them.
Not because we didn't really plan on it. That's just the way it turned out.
Yeah.
We were all 17 or 20 or whatever, and we were just pumped. And also, we weren't very good at talking. So just keep playing. That's why, a set for us is 18 or 20 songs, and it's 45 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Still today,
Yeah.
it's like, fuck. So that's a lot of lyrics.
Uh-huh.
But we at one point we had at least 5, 6 sets
Yep.
and that's programmed. 4 fast ones, 1 slow one.
Yep.
We really liked the Minneapolis sound,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the Trashmen, Underbeats,
Yep.
Gregory G. and fucking Avantis,
Yeah.
all these guys. So we kind of we kind of broke up King Kustom and started the Hypstrz, and it was the 60s Hypstrz. And it was mostly 90%, mostly American, although we did some Kinks even back then, and we did couple of Rolling Stones songs. No Beatles, because everybody fucking did the Beatles. This is all like doing ballrooms or bowling alleys.
Yep.
Either 5 or 6 nights in a bowling alley or 3 nights in ballrooms, 3 different ballrooms.
Yeah.
But we're listening to Dictators, and then the Ramones came about, and then we saw them at Kelly's Pub, and that was that turned out around everything. We were already playing as fast as they were, and we were already doing things that nobody else was doing.
Yep.
But then we started going faster. We started listening to Eddie Hot Rods and the Flaming Groovies, and we already listened. I already knew all the stuff Groovies from Slow Death and before. But then after that is like when they came out in 70, whatever it was, 76 or 77 with Shake Some Action. That was a big influence.
Yep. Yep. And the Hypsters have a gig coming up
Oh
next
yeah,
month.
yeah, November 18th, right?
18th, yeah. So that kind of leads into you were on the Big Hits of Mid-America, Volume 3, which is the best collection of music. There's good albums, good singles, but as far as collection of disparate bands, that is my favorite of all time.
Right. It's a quick read for me. I'm just listening to my song.
But you like them.
Yes. And there I guess there are some great songs on there and great bands.
Yeah. And so this show that's coming up, it's the Hopkins Center for the Arts, right?
Yes, isn't that amazing?
It is. It's kind of weird, but yes, it's amazing.
It's all because of the reissue,
So it's you, the Commandos,
And is Fingerprints going to be there?
Fingerprints. Yep. Curtis A.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Oh, yeah, yipes.
Yeah. John got them on. And I guess Pistons, some kind of
Yeah, some Pistons.
figuration of
Yep.
the Pistons.
So that'll be great. So then you're moving away. Longhorn closes down. You guys start playing 7th Street.
Yep. And we're still doing Any Place You Could,
Yep.
We did little runs to Chicago and Madison, stuff like that. And 81, I think Ernie quit.
Okay.
He had gotten married and his wife didn't want him in the band. He immediately went over to the start of the Whole Lot of Loves. He joined the Whole Lot of Loves. Backstabber. And
So
And
she didn't want him in a band with you. Is what you're
yes,
saying.
exactly. He took I took his guitar player,
Okay.
Scott Anderson. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
And that was a fun time.
Yeah.
And we got to the Hypstrs, that version of Hypstrs with Scott Anderson and Tommy Ray and Mark Freysize. We did that Bomp Vox tour of New York.
Oh, wow.
Hot take. All right.
Here we go.
So you're a wrestling fan. What was your first show?
I saw
The first show you saw, yeah.
67, August 67. On a Wednesday, I think. The first Saturday, I turned on TV and there's All Star Wrestling.
Right.
But I'd never seen the Crusher before.
Right.
But he was wrestling Dr. X. And the week before, Dr. X had attacked Gagne, supposedly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the first thing I saw was the Crusher being beating the hell out of Dr. X. Dr. X slides underneath the ropes and turns to the camera, away from the referee, and puts something up in his mask and slides back underneath the rope, gets up on it, and headbutts the Crusher, who just geeks himself so bad
Right.
that gushes, Crimson Mask. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So, of course, I was hooked. And my dad worked at the paper, the Tribune, and he interviewed wrestlers because he was the only one who'd listened to him.
Okay.
That was more than like Klobuchar would or Sid Hartman would do. It would say kind of make fun of him,
Right.
in my opinion. Of course, I was only 10 years old, whatever.
Yeah.
But my dad listened to him and would talk to him and enjoyed and probably drank a lot with him.
Sure.
We see. So he got us tickets. And so we went down there, and my mom dropped us off at the Minneapolis Auditorium, that wonderful building, that WPA building. And we went in and screamed our lungs out. We got, at 10 o'clock when we got done, or 9:30, my mom picked us up again, and we're all talking like this. It was great. It was... My dad would do them, got to them all, he went to more than a couple of Gagne's Christmas parties.
Okay.
When I was at Prescott Elementary School, I got beat up by a 7th grader, kicked me in the balls for no reason,
Oh my gosh.
and then started trying to stomp me, right?
Okay.
And I rolled out of the way, just kind of started running.
Right.
Got home, told my parents, told my mom and dad what happened. And that day, or later that night, or the next day, I got a phone call from Vern Gagne at our house. Hey, Bill, it's for you. This is my dad. Hey, Bill, it's for you. Hello? This is Vern Gagne. I got my friend Larry said you had a problem with a bully. Well, you can't let them get away with it. You fight if you can, but the best defense is to run. You did the right thing. But this is not professional wrestling. This is not the Queensberry rules.
Right.
The first thing you go is the eyes or the throat. This is Vern Gagne. Or going to hit him in the nuts.
All right.
I'm sold, man. This is Gagne.
All right.
Right on. Thank you, Mofos.
So then you got into rock and roll.
Yeah.
And one of your more recent projects was the Mighty Mofos.
Yep.
It's a band I love very much.
Oh, man.
Tell us
I love
about
it too.
transitioning into that.
Well, I wanted to showcase Ernie.
Okay.
It was my selfless effort. I was standing behind him, he's a big shield,
Uh-huh.
and he's the damn good guitar player, and
One of the best.
and watching him play in rehearsal is a lot different, but you think, okay, he's never going to get this, and we're going to do this song, it's not going to work, but he does on stage. He's a little show dog,
Uh-huh.
He's like fucking that Seabiscuit. That's
Yeah,
it.
there you
go. He's the man. He really is. So we just picked songs we loved,
Yeah.
and a lot of it was still 60s and 70s. We'd always loved. For the Mofos, we always loved Lucifer Sam. We wanted to be more psychedelic.
Well, I'm going to Levitation Festival this week, and of course, I love your version of Levitation.
Me too. It's
more
the
than-
best.
Yeah.
It's like, who's the best version of Hey Joe? Still Rovin? Of course. We're number 2, but that,
Yeah.
Levitation Fest, where's that at?
Levitation's Austin, Texas,
Oh, of
named
course.
after Rocky, of course. And
Levitation Fest.
yeah, so that'll be quite fun. So tell me about the Mofo original.
Original songs?
Yeah.
My songs that me and Ray wrote together? A handful.
Okay.
And I loved them all. I loved them
Okay.
all. I could still recite about half of them.
Okay.
We have done them as a duo with me and Ernie.
Okay.
A good Batson, bad Batson.
Yeah.
That's another thing I really enjoy is just doing that because it's really quiet.
Yeah.
It's even when he has an electric amp, guitar and
Uh-huh.
amp, it's still pretty fucking quiet. You know?
Yeah.
It's and volume is such a mask. It's such a shield, a comforting comfort.
So we talked about the November show coming up.
Yeah.
Do you have
Hypstrz.
anything coming up after that?
Right immediately after that, the Wednesday after that, we're playing the Schooner, the King Kustom The Cruisers,
Kustom,
my
okay.
high school band.
All right.
With me and Ernie are the only surviving members of that.
Okay.
But the new guys are coming in nicely. We're playing the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, which is the primo spot.
Okay.
If you're in a band in any town in America and you can play the Wednesday before Thanksgiving,
Yep.
you make some coin.
Yeah.
And we're going to make some coin. You better fucking make some coin.
It was a pleasure
Isn't that fun?
sitting and down and
I-
chatting with you again. Like you said, when you came in, when you and I see each other, it's usually too loud to talk.
No kidding. No kidding.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you. Woo!